Louisiana beer reviews. We're doing an interesting video today. Magnum Malt liquor of all things.
Strangely enough, this comes in a 42-ounce plastic bottle, and the only other malt liquor I've seen, the same exact vessel, even down to the same exact cold link on the side of it, is the Old English 800.
And Steel Reserve is in the 42-ounce.
Steel, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've seen Steel Reserve too. You're correct. But I've never seen this one in the area where I live. And we just live like 25 miles from each other. I live downriver. 20. Jay lives upriver, so. So we're gonna go ahead and crack this up and give it a whirl. It's an interesting plastic bottle. It looks like something you can put in a pack and take with you, share with people.
I saw people drinking these at Mardi Gras yesterday, and it's a good thing because it's plastic and it's safe, and the cops don't mind.
Yeah. So what's the ABV on this? Is this
5.6?
5.6. Oh, okay.
Just
like Colt 45, which we both enjoy.
Yes.
Because it's got those hops that are reminiscent of the same hops they use in Heineken.
Grassy.
Yes, the grassy hops.
This was purchased at Circle K, and it was $1.99.
Oh, it's a deal for a whole lot of beer.
And when this first came out in 1981, if you look at the old advertisements, like I sent you on the email, it was marketed towards like country club, white upper middle class country club members. And then by the 90s, they had changed their approach, and you can use your imagination to figure out the new target audience. But
the urban dwellers, folks that live in the city, disenfranchised areas.
No, just people that might get excited on the first of the month. All right, so it's a certified kosher. This particular bottle, and the calorie count is 157, which is not terrible.
Per 12-ounce serving?
Yeah.
Okay. And we're looking at how many servings in a 42-ounce? We're looking at
about over
3.5.
Over 4. 4 times 12 is...
312 is 36. And
12 times 4 is 48.
Yeah. So this is 3.5 servings. 36 plus 6 is 42.
Right.
So we get 3.5 servings with this.
And the best by date, this is fresh, July 1st, 2019. Oh, and here's back when, real fast, this is back when they used to sell it in the pint cans. We don't get any more. They were very inexpensive. And this was back in 1996 when I first started buying beer. Pint cans.
Yeah.
They changed the color scheme. And before that it was a gold label. And I'm going to read this real fast. Magnum is remarkably smooth and rewarding with all the rich, full character you expect from a premium malt liquor. And it says right there, Miller. It was introduced by Miller in 1981, contains no additives or preservatives, malted barley, select cereal grains, which is corn syrup, and choicest hops.
Yeah, I'm looking at this can and it's got that kind of dark red, crimson color almost, and against the black. It kind of reminds me back in my cigarette smoking days of when I was in the Navy, when we got deployed out so many miles off the sea. All taxes and everything got dropped on cigarettes. So you get a carton of cigarettes, Marlboros, Cools, Newports, what have you. There's $4 a carton. And then there was the budget cigarettes, which were Durals, and this kind of looks like the whole Dural scheme. And you can get Durals $2 a carton.
Wow.
So yeah, they kind of promoted us to smoke cigarettes back then by selling them to us for $2 a carton, which in essence came out to be 20 cents a pack. Yeah, do the math. A penny a cigarette.
So this is back. This is back.
Penny a cigarette.
That's incredible.
This was in the mid '80s. Yeah.
How much was it a pack?
A penny a cigarette. There's 20
cents a pack.
There's 200 cigarettes in a carton, and if you're buying it for $2 a carton, it's a penny a cigarette.
Oh wow.
The Marlboros, Newports, and Cools were 2 cents a cigarette.
But that was some fine grade tobacco on that one.
It was the same stuff they sold here in the States.
Yeah. Okay. We did this beer a few years ago in a mystery beer challenge. Okay, so I'll let you give your opinion. very rich in the nose. Grain, yeast, bread dough. I'm saying, I'm going to let him do it, I'm talking.
You get the yeast, you get the bread, and it's just not smooth. It's when I'm drinking it, I don't know if it's the carbonation, which is almost dissipated.
It's very gold.
It's very gold, but it kind of feels like it's road bumping over my tongue and my taste buds. Like it doesn't go down smooth.
You haven't tasted it yet.
But I did taste it.
I
did taste it.
Here's the thing that's changed. This old can here says 6%, but it's been dropped to 5.6. So the recipe has changed and it's been lightened.
It's different. 5.6. It's kind of, you smell it. It's kind of fleshy. Almost. It's. I'm telling you, I'm getting that ice aspect on this.
Nah, it's no ice beer.
We don't know if we're getting the full truth out of a brewer or an advertiser when they say it's like this or it's like that. Meaning, okay, it's absolutely made this way.
Oh,
they can do whatever they want.
Yeah, but I don't think it's an ice beer. They just put a lot of extra fermentable sugars in it. It's very yeasty.
You get the corn, the yeast.
Keystone ice type thing. Oh wait, what did I say?
Right?
Sorry, folks. But when I said Keystone Ice, I was talking about that banana.
It's kind of rough going down over the palate. It's kind of a little, like I said, almost like if something's going down on a bumpy road over your palate. It's like it's almost like it's not mixing or something. I don't know. It's strange.
I think I think to me, it's so smooth and the carbonation is so prickly.
Cool, is it? Maybe that's what I'm getting.
It's
maybe it's real prickly and it's just not going down right.
The carbonation is like little bubbles going.
Oh, it's like ultra carbonated, but you're not seeing it in the glass, which is weird.
It's so fresh. Now, I would like to try a draft version like out of a tap, but of course you'll never see that.
I was going to mention the fact that this seems like it's a virgin beer, meaning that maybe it was rushed to get out for some reason, rather than it being.
I think this bottle is from Ohio, Trenton, Ohio. It says section 08. I think 08 is Trenton, Ohio. The Miller Brewing.
English?
Yeah, it's a Miller product. It says right there on the bottom, Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, but of course it's coming from Ohio. I don't know. Back in 1981, they got rid of Miller Malt liquor, and they replaced it with Magnum. Why they did that, I don't know. I don't think Miller Malt liquor ever caught on. This is what they offer. They're saying, here it is, and then they bought Mickey's. Now, I noticed that once they bought Mickey's, this kind of got pushed on the back shelf.
Well, Mickey's is a name. You're going to promote the names.
They wanted Mickey's so bad in 1999.
Mickey's came in that big green bottle, and it had the little pop tops too, and the little
that was before my time.
hand grenade bottles. Mm-hmm. And that was the mystique about it. You pop the top, and it come back, and it just separate. It was the wild mouth, and what we would always say, oh, yeah, you could just chug them, and you could, because the mouth was that big on it. It's like drinking out of a glass. As soon as
and then they had the little riddles underneath the cap.
Yeah.
So it's sad because this was their flagship malt liquor, and then when they bought Mickey's, they just kind of like.
Well, it's because Mickey's is a lot better than this. Yes, sir. You got to call it how you see it.
Yeah, I'm not
how you taste it.
I'm not seeing that. I'm glad you brought that up. Mickey's and Magnum have the same exact specs these days. And we were saying, yeah, ABV, grams of fat, carbohydrates, calories. So we were like, well, why would they taste different? You know, they don't taste the same. And think it was Jeff Brister. Jeff Brister's always bringing up these salient points. He said, yeah, but you're not thinking along these lines. Maybe they're using a different hop variety. That wouldn't change the specs. I said, whoa.
It would change the flavor profile.
But not the calorie count and all that.
Correct.
They're just using a standard hop pellets.
Yeah.
Or extract. I was like, Jeff, you always think of these things. So, I don't know. You don't like it. You're not obligated to like it. I bought it for $1.
You know, I just gotta give it a C, man. I'm not feeling it. You know, it's kind of got me thrown off. I'm sure it's a good beer on someone's aspect, but it's just, to me, I just gotta say it's average.
I'm picking up a lot of yeastiness.
It's the overly carbonation that's interfering with my taste of it.
Prickly carbonation.
Yeah.
It's a medium. It's not a heavy bodied product.
No, it's not heavy at all.
Medium bodied. It's a crisp finish. The hops are a little grassy.
I'd even say it's light bodied and it's settled down a little bit. Let me give it another taste. No, it's seltzering on my palate. I can barely taste it. If it wasn't doing that, if I wasn't getting that seltzer aspect out of it, and it was calmed down, I would like to try this if it's been open for a while,
like
for a couple of days.
Now, a viewer said, I would like to watch a video with just y'all bickering.
Huh. We've already done that.
I said, well,
tell them to go and, hey, and whoever you are, I don't know, just go back in the videos. We got lots of them where we don't get along, or that we don't agree on certain things. It doesn't mean that we're not good friends. We're very good friends, but we also have different opinions, and that's what makes this. Yeah, that's what makes all this great.
This is what
everybody.
This is what's confusing people, because they're on Facebook, and if somebody disagrees with them on beer, they're like, "I'm going to unfriend you." You know, so in their mind, they're like, "Well, how can they still drink beer together? They don't agree." You know, I just unfriended people, 5 people last week.
It's just the way it is, you know.
How would you compare this to Colt 45?
Oh, this is no comparison to Colt 45. Colt 45 is the king. Straight out.
I'm not happy about that. All right.
I'm sorry about that. Yeah, we shall do Colt 45 again. We shall do neck and neck. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, somebody was telling me this morning.
I will challenge and task you to get us a fresh bottle. I myself will get us a fresh bottle of the Colt 45.
From the west bank of the Mississippi River.
West Bank. I will make a special trip over there to Luling to get us some Colt 45. And while I'm there, I'm going to get extra Colt 45.
I just got a video request this morning. Said, why don't you do taste challenges anymore with beer? I'm like, I'll do it. I'll do that for you. So I got a lot of taste challenges coming up. Well, I got to take some photos of this. I'm going to say it's an A-. I love Magnum. I like the grassy hops. I like the medium body. I don't mind the prickly carbonation. But if it's not doing it for you, you got to call it like you see. You're saying a C.
I'm going to give it a C, and the reasons why I'm going to give it a C is because I want to taste everything that you're tasting. But to me, the prickly carbonation is not allowing me to taste that. So if I'm not tasting all those wonderful things that you're tasting, I can't give it a favorable grade. So I have to give it what I think it is. But so my taste profile is telling me a C.
Yeah, but you're not getting any cake batter.
I'm not getting any cake batter. I'm getting a smooth beer.
We talked about that off air enough. Yeah. Oh boy. All right. So anyway, enough kidding aside. I'm saying an A-. You're saying a C. That's the way it goes sometimes. We're only talking about $1.99 for 42 ounces. So even if it was bad, it would be a value, really.
Yeah.
Y'all come on down to southeastern Louisiana.
But I can get the Colt 45 in a glass bottle, 40 ounce, $1.99. Sounds like there's a chance.